toys and shit.
We'll worry about that once we're actually done.
Nah, I know. I'm just saying, throwing it on the table. You know, if we can't come up with anything.
Checks and balances. Checks and balances.
Yeah. This is my old Zeta Gundam figure I'm playing with, by the way, here. That way I can compare when I get the new one.
Alrighty. Check, check, check. Doing checks. Check, check, check. Czech Republic. Check, check, check.
Check your life cereal. Check's life cereal.
Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good now. 1, 2. Good, 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 good. We all set?
All systems nominal.
Alright, ready in 3, 2. Welcome to NTR Radio. I'm Tom Enforcer Anubis.
And I'm Gay Odds.
And I'm the shameless idol otaku VZ Mark II.
Yes, and we're here to tongue fuck your fart box.
Yes.
Da-da.
Jesus fucking dude.
I have a Matrix now.
Matrix.
Okay, Neo.
Wrong Matrix.
You missed the... Never mind.
Wrong
Okay.
Matrix. This is the only Matrix that
Armored Core
matters.
2.
This is the only Matrix that matters.
I don't know. Zeo Matrix was a pretty powerful corporation in Armored Core 2.
Well, there you have it.
Yeah. Zeo Matrix. Though they did make, like, between them and Emerald, they made the lower quality parts.
Listen, Transformers,
all day, every
the
day.
Autobot Matrix and Leadership is the first time I heard the word Matrix, so that's the only one that matters.
The first time I heard it was in math.
That's the boring way to learn what a matrix is.
Matrices. I heard the plural version first. Okay. Anyway, how you guys been?
Pretty good.
I'm good.
Yes, indeed.
You guys watching anything, or?
Yeah, actually I am. I'm watching Danmachi. Is it wrong to pick up girls in the
that
dungeon?
one. Yes. I have not started. I have not watched that, but I know a lot of people really like that because it has to.
I get to be a bandwagon jumper because I like her too. I really hope to encounter a cosplayer when I go to A-Kon.
This season, this season's mostly like sequels to things that. So if you haven't seen, then. But as far as new stuff, I still recommend Sound Euphorium.
Right.
And I still have to continue on that.
But I'm still enjoying Triage X.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of posts about that.
Yeah, mostly from me. It's stupid. Like I make no pretensions. It's stupid as fuck, but I'm enjoying it because it's so bad. It's good.
There's nothing wrong with something being stupid. I mean, yeah. I think Senran Kagura is pretty stupid. It's
Zebek. It's the same character designer as Upate and Ladies vs. Butler, and
so that already gives it a
but the manga that's based on, the manga is the one from his High School of the Dead.
Wow, this just keeps getting more appealing.
Yeah, I actually said that.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
So I know it's got nice designs when I know that because I've seen pictures too. But it's also done. Yeah, it comes from. Yeah.
I just love it's like trying to be like doing like badass moments and trying to be serious, but then you're so distracted by these giant titties that everyone has. See, which I know some people would it's like the fan service is distracting.
They're more upset that you use the word titties.
It's like, no, that's the appeal. It's supposed to be the fan service with that it's supposed to be juxtaposed. You're not supposed to pay attention to the story.
Juxtaposed.
Juxtaposed, yeah. You're not supposed to pay attention. You're not watching it for the fucking story.
They're acting like, once again, they're acting like this was constructed in different places and then put together at one point, like a car.
It's like the Ford assembly line.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not watching this for the story. I don't know who is.
I said the same thing when I tried to watch Divergence Eve, because that was the only way I got through a couple episodes.
See, I actually did watch Divergence Eve for the story, and
you
the
deserve a
story's
medal.
not actually pretty good. The story's not very good. It's not worth watching for the story.
It's one of those things where you look at it and you think, did they mean these character designs to be for hentai? Because then it makes actually a lot of sense, doesn't it?
It's like someone drew the character design thinking it was an ecchi anime, and then halfway through the development cycle, it's like, hey, we need to make a like hard science fiction anime.
And
but they already had the character designs done, and it was like,
yeah, we already lost.
It was none at a time.
I'm surprised that K-Gods, I'm surprised that you're not watching because you saw the first season of Kinero Mosaic.
I'm planning on it.
Actually, I'm surprised that you're not watching the third season of High School DxD.
Hey, I'm working on it.
I'm working on it.
These are things that I plan.
To be fair, I haven't finished the first season of High School DxD.
I've only seen the first season.
Way behind.
You should. It has a lot of things in it you would enjoy, I think.
Yeah, I actually reviewed that for Otaku CDX.
I thought for a minute you were going to say Otaku USA.
I was about to say.
I was like, they're still around?
Yeah, they're still around.
I have not seen one of their issues in a long time.
Someone bought me. Someone bought me an issue.
Why?
Because it was my mother that bought it for me.
Oh, okay, that figures.
And I said, okay, thank you.
and then you read the articles and were having problems controlling your gag reflex.
Also, the cover had Kill la Kill, and the back had Super Sonico.
Hey, actual popular shows.
Should have switched that around.
To be fair, the one Super Sonico is not shown on TV.
There you go.
Daryl Surratt giving a disparaging review for I Want to Be the Strongest in the World.
Okay. Why am I not surprised? Why am I not surprised about that? To be fair, I haven't heard very much good about that show.
I couldn't get into that.
That's number one. But number two, I'm not surprised Daryl doesn't like that show. Not surprised one bit.
Speaking of not liking a show, I reluctantly have to, or I don't know if I want to say that, but I kind of.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Okay. I gotta kind of put the complaint on the door of Studio Trigger for Ninja Slayer.
Oh yes, yes.
It's exactly what I feared. It's more Inferno Cop kind of shit.
Yeah, with a few moments of normal animation, but when it said like literally like Inferno Cop, like the same like still image and then moving it around like that.
So we all know Anubis is gonna watch it.
And it's supposed to be funny, but it's not.
Yes.
It's like, look how cheap we are. Look.
All the freaking people out there are raving about it.
Yes, and it's like this has.
Like, look how it's supposed to be like this. See, it's supposed to be cheap like this. It's supposed to be, and it's like, yeah, I know that.
Yeah, we know that. That South Park already did that.
It's hilarious to me how, like, the one that our kind of people like was the one that's like more traditional, like Eno Battle.
Oh
the
yeah,
one, like
Eno
everyone
Battle
else likes stuff like Inferno Cop.
Eno Battle is my favorite Trigger show. That's what I wanted to see more of.
And all those people were complaining when freaking Eno Battle was on the horizon.
Only on the horizon, not when it actually came out. Well, only when it
Well, of course
because
not.
it was like
All on the horizon when because Trigger
Light
was supposed to be their savior. Trigger was supposed to be Trigger.
It was supposed to
Trigger.
bring
They're
balance
non-traditional.
Force, not
That
destroy
means they're good.
it. You're supposed to bring balance to the Force, not destroy it.
Yeah. Okay. Put down the lightsaber.
It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. These studios for breaking the mold, and only that. Quality doesn't matter anymore.
I'm so like whenever people like, all right, because Gynax is doing Hokkaido no Pleiades, and people complain, and it's like Gynax, and it's like it's not the same. It's just Gynax is just a name now. It's none of the people that are there that were originally there are there now.
Well, it's
number
like,
one that. Number two, they're forgetting Mahomatic and fucking He Is My Master and all that stuff they did in the past that doesn't exist anymore because they're Gynax. They made Gurren Lagann, and I really liked Gurren Lagann, so that's what I expect from Gynax
so
now.
I'll sweep under the rug about their show.
There's people that still want a second season of Penny and Stocky from them.
Like I was saying though, I like Gurren Lagann, and it's like I do too. But at the same time, they're not going to sweep under the rug they're trying to sweep under the rug rather that they also made Gator Rape the anime.
Yep.
I guess I'm not a fan of Gurren Lagann enough because I'm not willing to pay $200 for Aniplex's Blu-ray.
If that's your criteria, I guess you're not.
Well, they don't need you.
That was a comment I read.
Well, the thing is they don't need you.
Exactly. They're not catering to you.
I mean that sounds harsh, but it's actually true.
But
I could say the same about Bakemonogatari. I'd like to get the Monogatari stuff, but I'm not gonna complain. I'm not gonna bitch about it. Because I know exactly.
Here's the rule of thumb. Okay. I am by no means well off as far as money goes, but
I don't think any of us are.
No, I don't think any of us are. But if it's expensive enough to where I have to consider using a sperm bank to pay for it, yeah, that means it's probably not going to happen.
Or blood bank, be like that episode of Married with Children when Al Bundy goes to 9 blood banks.
I don't remember that very well, but
he's like, but the human body only holds eight pints, but the brain. That's what they say, but the brain hides some. And it's just like, and then he passes out.
I don't think there would be much to get out of that brain.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, Danmachi, lots of fun. If you like JRPGs, you're probably going to get more out of it. Because of the very kind of because the main character quote unquote levels up, all that kind of stuff.
They leveled up.
Yeah.
The worst thing is I know why he's laughing. He's thinking of that fucking SVU episode.
Yeah.
Level.
That was probably the worst written episode I've ever seen of that show.
That was so bad. Like
go home.
In terms of Law and Order SVU, that was bad, which is saying something.
Right, because they've had some real whoppers.
I heard it was better than Civ 5. I read on Kotaku that it was better.
Red Chanet.
Yeah.
There's so many things that are wrong with that.
Don't forget Punjabi.
Yeah.
Punjabi.
With the earrings. Gee, I wonder what that's supposed to be.
Go home, gamer girl.
Anybody
has ever really said something like that at a convention or something,
Yeah, I tell my mom I was telling my mother this because she's a fan of the show of Law and Order and also Law and Order SVU, and so I was telling her about the just if you ever come across this episode, just keep in mind that it's the reefer madness of our generation. just keep that.
Take it with a grain of salt. Take it with a big block of salt.
Take it with like one of those bags of sugar or flour, but fill it with salt.
Salt lick.
That give them sugar cube.
And what is it? There was the what was the game, like Amazonian Warriors or something?
Amazonian Warriors.
Which sounds like something if it was developed by like Team Xena or something.
See,
it sounds like they tried to make like Dynasty Warriors, but in like South America.
See, that's not the type of game that they would make. The type of game they would make would be
like Gone Home.
It would be a genderless character.
Exactly.
It would be a genderless character, like an
either that or like a trans woman.
Yeah. With
that looks like a 30 pixel image.
Like with like exactly the way they look, with the dyed hair that nobody actually has, as in nature.
Cosplaying's cool and all, but
it's fun to pretend.
It's time to grow up. It's time to grow up sometimes. Sometimes you gotta grow up.
It was funny because I was actually talking to one of my relatives about all this, and they were like, "Okay," I said, "Okay, you haven't run into him personally, or at least you don't know that you have. But here's all you got to look for." And I was like, "Look for Skittles hair."
Yeah.
like that is a giveaway, a big one.
Hipster glasses.
The big, dark, thick-rimmed glasses.
And I love girls with glasses. Don't get me wrong.
Better if those glasses have no lenses in them.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Because they're fake geek. They gotta look fake geek.
Well, that's the weird thing, because I actually do have to wear glasses. And I wouldn't be caught dead wearing those things. They make you look like you're an extra from Family Matters, quite frankly.
So I pre-ordered some anime this week. Not
cool
surprising.
Devices.
Not surprising for the listeners that already know me. Is the Order a Rabbit? My favorite show from last year, and not necessarily my favorite, but it's a show I feel like I wanted to support because it's not going to be a big number sell, and I don't know. It was a nice show on its own, but Inari Kankan, that's the one that I told the news has the Fujoshi in it, the chubby Fujoshi, and I basically describe it as Japanese gods are dicks. Japanese gods act like dicks to the human world.
Yeah, they need money.
Well, when I say that, it's like the sort of like pettiness that like humans have,
which is how you know this. Which is how you know this. Which is how you know all this stuff is mythological bullshit. Because if you're a supreme being, would you give two shits about human money?
Yeah. But no, it's a sweet little show. It's got a weird episode count. It's 10 episodes and an OVA.
That is very strange.
Yeah, they've been doing that over the years. Actually, Tri-Age X actually is going to be just 10 episodes for some reason. I don't know. They've been doing that more. I like, for some shows that I've been really liking, sometimes I find that 12 is too little, but 26 is way too much. I kind of would like to see a 15 episode count and they do that. They do that sometimes for some things.
Throw in an OVA or two and pornographic dojins.
There you go. Or do friggin' pull Princess Lover.
More shit needs to do
the regular
things
show,
like that.
And then have hentai OVAs.
More of them need to do that.
I like what I do like what Kyoani does, where they have like 13 episodes, and then the extra is on the extra when the last Blu-ray comes out.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, they've been doing that more. I haven't watched it yet, but I downloaded the first movie for Chokai no Kanata. That's the first one's just a compilation. The second one's gonna be like the sequel, and if you saw that ending, you would you would agree that so needed, because the ending doesn't explain anything what happened.
So like a lot of 80s anime.
It's I don't want to get into it because it'll but it's like one of those something is resolved, but it doesn't explain how it was resolved.
So it's like kind of like an interrupted Deus Ex Machina kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like it fixed it, but there's no rhyme or reason.
It's kind of like, I don't want to say who but it's like, you thought you thought the character was dead, but nope, I'm actually alive. Okay, how did you come back? Can you fucking explain that? Nope, the end.
It's funny because that reminds me of Die Hard. You know how the one guy gets hung with that fucking chain?
I gotta be honest,
and then he comes out. What?
Die Hard movies. I feel like I should, because I do love 80s action movies.
Yeah, seriously, how have you not seen that?
I saw any Die Hard movies, and I just don't care because I don't like movies.
And then he takes a drink. It's like, the only thing that would have been funnier about that is if it was Gatorade. Just be like,
what do they get? They should come out with a drink called Gamerade. It's a drink. It's an energy drink for gamers.
They did have balls.
Did that. It's called Monster.
I
don't really consider Monster to be a gamer's drink.
Okay, Red Bull.
Balls is a gamer's drink, though.
They do have
Red Bull. It also is resulting in many a heart attack.
They do have what's that thing? Red. I'm trying to remember the name. It was called Gamer Grub. It was a snack for gamers, and it was supposed to improve your gameplay.
Ew, it sounds disgusting. It sounds like something like.
It's when you look at the back, like the ingredients, it's like
molds from the corner.
The ingredients is pretty much like the entire package.
Soy green.
It's basically all chemicals.
Pretty much. And
pesticides.
What is it? The flavors, one was like pizza. And the other was peanut butter and jelly.
Pizza
just sounds absolutely disgusting.
Peanut butter and jelly was another flavor. I think they had barbecue.
Because
gamers have time to stop and barbecue shit.
Friday, the video game club of my college that I'm the president of had a LAN party, and it wasn't any of this friggin' we don't need this. We had friggin' Pringles, a whole bunch of friggin' like sour gummy worms, friggin' gummy bears, sour sour crystals, fucking little candy fruit slices, Gushers. Remember Gushers?
No, I remember Gushers,
man.
We had Gushers.
The packaging is designed so you can open up, so you never have to touch the snack, so you could play with your controls.
This sounds absolutely disgusting.
This sounds like friggin'. This sounds like space food.
I'll send you the video. I'll send you the video that Mark from Classic Game Room he reviewed it.
Because quite frankly, this sounds possibly more disgusting than the Mountain Dew Cheetos.
I'll send. Oh god, that sounds hideous. But yeah, I got it. It's. I love the as he said it, like snake oil salesman type of pitch where it improves gameplay.
Yeah,
improves gameplay. Listen, if you suck, eating certain foods not gonna help you not suck.
Gobbling down stuff that appears to be
gobbling down chemicals is something to you, but
gobbling down shit that comes out of the local sewage drain isn't going to make your thumb
it's not gonna help.
And eye coordination go better.
It's not gonna make you better at League. It's not gonna make you better at Halo. Certainly not gonna make you better at MechWarrior.
Although you might even pass out or die or something, therefore it's kind of its fault.
Yeah, you might lose by default.
Because,
Might actually make your gameplay worse by killing you.
yeah, it's like,
Your gameplay is not going to improve when you're dead.
just try this bleach.
That's so dumb. Anyway, I mean, I've actually been watching a few things. Nothing from this season. I haven't caught up with Euphonium yet. But I was watching Shuffle, getting really mad at Shuffle.
Oh, Shuffle. Yes.
Yeah.
I had to watch that one episode with the egg because I wanted to see what a certain someone was complaining about.
Oh yeah, you got to look at Narane trying to cook.
Yeah. I was like, okay, let's see what's so bad about this.
The giant gazongas of
Let me
Narane.
guess, it wasn't as bad as it was made out to be, right?
No.
Well, of course not. You watched it. You know it's not.
It's like why is that character so bad at cooking? Is that
She's a demon, for fuck's sake.
Why can't she? Why does it take her
bad at
forever to
cooking.
cook an egg?
She's
not from this world.
for real.
She doesn't know what an egg is.
Because it's.
But no,
supposed to
I was
be-
watching Shuffle and getting mad about that. I started watching Mirai Nikki, which I'm enjoying.
Mirai Nikki. Oh, is that the one? Future Diary.
Yes.
Yes, yeah.
See, everyone calls it Future Diary, but I learned it as Mirai Nikki, so I refer to it as that. I
I
refer
just
to
know
everything
that-
by the first name.
I
that
just know
learned
Zach
it.
really hated that show. When he
Yeah,
tried to-
I know about that. I'm actually coming up on that episode that he was talking about with the rape.
Is that the one with the girl whose face is like this?
Yeah, that's the one. And let me tell you, she's amazing. Absolutely amazing.
You heard it here.
Yuno Gasai. She's no Kotana Katsura, but she's close.
Few things are cooked in no Katsura.
But no, I've been watching those. I actually ordered a new model kit.
Oh,
I
Yes.
couldn't resist.
I
couldn't
saw
resist.
that on your. That
Just-
looks good.
It's the Phantasy Star Online 2 Fei Yen from Virtualon.
Yeah, I think those have water slide decals, right?
Yes, they do.
Mm.
I'm gonna have to be careful about that. But let me clue you into possibly the best feature about this model kit. Customizable bust size.
Wow.
You've
Robo
got-
Titty!
there are 4 different chest plates, and it also has customizable hip size too.
Innovation.
Butts too. Mhm.
You gotta innovate in important ways.
And,
So
you
Anubis is gonna have it on the maximum, the largest chest with the largest butt, right?
I don't know.
You might
I'm gonna have the
experiment.
largest butt. Let's do that right. Let's put that on the floor right now. The biggest butt's going on there. I don't know about the largest chest.
Biggest
I'm
butt.
I'm gonna have to see how it looks.
The biggest butt with the flaps.
I might do it that way actually. I might do it that
We
way.
need a little snippet of Baby Got Back. Too bad we don't have
My
that
big
one.
butts. Can't lie. I cannot fabricate.
You
the
other
fact that I
you
enjoy
other
large posteriors.
my other brethren cannot deny.
My other brethren cannot deny.
They cannot
yeah.
state falsehoods.
But yeah, so I got that and it's fantastic. Haven't started putting it together yet, but I've looked at the little manual thing and all the decal sheet and all that, and it looks fantask.
You gotta get that.
As a Virtualon dude, it's nice. It's
You gotta
so
get
nice.
that Sharzaku from the Origin.
From the origin. Yes. I'm gonna place it in the squad with my other 3 Zakus. I'm gonna make the Zaku army with these friggin' model kits.
Yeah.
It'd be
They're also
great.
doing a Black Tri-Stars one of that.
Hey, all you gotta know
I
is
might get that
Zaku Army, cool. Methus, not so cool. Like
Dude,
I hope you have a lot of spare legs because you're gonna need them.
Okay, so everyone listening, send Anubis high-grade UC Methys. All right,
I can just see him. He's like, fine, I ain't paying for that shit.
You know.
Yeah, okay. Go ahead and make sure they're built, because guess what's not getting built if it gets sent to my house?
You know the guy that like the prank of like sending pizzas that you didn't pay for. It's like that. Okay, we gotta make it for the new generation. Okay, we send
people on Gunpla.
Yeah,
shitty mobile suits.
Hey, we heard you like balls.
Oh, they have like high grade UC balls.
I would rather receive a bunch of HGUC balls than HGUC Methyses. It's Methyses.
Well, yeah, because at least you could say, well, they're just supposed to be this piece of crap, you know. Methys are actually supposed to be, you know.
Yeah. It's supposed to be garbage. The Methys is accidentally garbage.
So by next NTR Radio, I want to see just stacks of Methys boxes in the background.
Hey, I got new explosive equipment.
And then Anubis proceeds to build them and shoot them with the airsoft.
I'm not building them. Are you crazy?
Why
would I waste my time building one Methys, let alone a box of them?
Shoot them with your airsoft.
If you're sending me a Methys, you better... No, I'm not going to build that to shoot it with the airsoft. If you're sending me a Methys, you better make sure it's built, because guess what's not getting built if it comes to my house?
All right, then guess what? Methys. Send them the MSIA from like 2005. All right.
I was going to say
whatever you want. Just don't expect me to build a Methys model. I'll tell you what's not happening in this.
Okay,
house.
Bandai, make a master grade Methys. Just a bit.
I'm pretty sure. Do they have a master grade Methys?
No, they don't.
Well, here's the thing.
Good.
See,
keep it that way. Wait, no. How would they do the central frame though? Because there's no center mass. It's held up by a shaft and two struts.
Well,
there's no way you could.
They have the high grade UC of that, so just look at that.
Yeah, but no. HGUC high grades don't have a central frame. You just build all the pieces of armor onto themselves. A master grade or a real grade, something like that, kind of has this central frame that kind of works its way into.
Oh, I know.
Into the mobile suit. You can't build that on a Methys because it has no central frame. It's two legs and a pointy thing and a dick. A hooked one.
Getting caught on space debris. Rocket Man!
Caught on a satellite. Yeah, just catch me on my way around. I'll be back in a day.
They did what is it? They did a master grade of Turn A, which has the model has a central frame, but technically it doesn't have a frame in the anime. Yeah, it's hollow.
It doesn't have a frame. It's just like a black hole inside, isn't it?
Yeah, it's hollow. It's supposed to be hollow.
well, here's the thing. See, a Methys.
Well, what I'm saying is, just visually, design-wise, the Methys cannot have a central frame, because it's just the leg, a pair of dumpy-ass legs, a shaft, the head and back assembly. It has no torso. It's got this tiny-ass chest, and it's got this hook on the front. They're going to build a central frame for that. You'd have to have two central frames, and then just ram the shaft in there.
That's what she said. I'm sorry. That was bad. But okay, here's the thing, though. As far as a Methys goes, I would say you don't hate it so much as you're apathetic.
No, I hate it.
Okay.
It is a bad mobile suit.
Well, your hatred of it, though, is apathetic because you hate Yase, too, but you still took the time to nail the thing to a tree and shoot it.
Well, yeah, that's as easy as printing the picture out and nail the thing to the tree. I'm not going to spend an hour and a half building a Methys model just to shoot it.
If you did, you have to actually film yourself doing it in case you get mad and break it.
Okay,
oh,
I think we better close off this segment.
We'd actually better wrap up this segment because don't get me started talking about the Methys again.
Anubis is starting up with the Methys again.
But yeah, we're up on the break. Keep it right here on NTR Radio. Alright, and that.
Okay, I will be right back.
Yes.
It's about Mathis and video game journalism. I stand corrected. He does hate the Mathis.
Yeah, I don't know where you got the idea that I was apathetic towards the Methis. No, I do actually actively dislike the Methis and wish it to be destroyed.
Oh, a lot of that happens.
It's a bad mobile suit design. It's a bad mobile suit design that stands around way too long.
Well, if you've seen enough of UC, you get to see plenty of them get destroyed.
Though, I mean, to be fair, how are you going to blow that thing up? Where's its reactor?
Yeah, I mean, well, see, the reactor is far.
Like, yeah, exactly. Plot armor. Why not just? Here's an idea. Why not just give Fa a better mobile suit?
I mean, she might not be so terrible if you did.
I mean, hey, maybe she's a competent pilot. You just keep putting her in the Methis, which is the worst mobile suit you have.
Which you're basically
they sent out a Gelgoog one time, and that's legitimately a better mobile suit than the Methis.
Right. Well, here's the thing though. Like you said though, it seems like they kind of let her sortie in it just because it's like the the armor somebody wears when they're wrestling with dogs. You won't get hurt, but
That's such a dumb mobile suit.
But you're not going to accomplish much either. It's almost just like, hey, here's something to fire at and waste your ammo.
Yeah, they send her out as an extra target for the enemy to shoot at. Because they know it's not going to be destroyed.
No, and they got to take the heat off of Camille at some point.
Talking to Judah Ashtas, and the Methis isn't really in good shape right now. Was it ever, Kroom?
Was it ever?
Mm. And that thing survives into double Zeta.
Somehow.
Yeah, somehow.
It's funny how at the end of Zeta, the Hyakushiki was like just a torso in space, and then it comes back in the
somehow
next...
the Hyakushiki's friggin' so dumb.
It's a cool fucking suit.
Oh, it is. It's
Hyakushiki's ballin'.
Of course, Char would have that.
We painted this mobile suit gold just to show you what we built under your noses, Titans.
Not only that, but it's for Char. Gold, you got to give it to the person who can show off the gold.
I came here to laugh at you.
Yeah, and basically then zip past you and kick you with a giant leg.
I like last week on I was on the mecha board on 4chan, and they had a thing, we're in a Tomino anime. And it was basically like, just basically like quotes. I love, and especially like I was putting quotes from Garzy's Wing.
Of all things to be quoting.
Yeah.
Just start quoting all the stuff that nobody knows.
There's some hilarious quotes from that, especially the dub.
Yeah, like Space Runaway Edeon.
Yeah. I love what was the line that they said in that?
It's a Gundam. No, that's
no, in
that's from Wing for one.
So, show me the power of the ancient Japanese man's spirit.
Yes. A quote from World War II or an anime?
Oh, they had a thing. They had a thing on Sargana Cod. Was it white? It was. Is this quote from a?
Oh yeah, from Stormfront or from
Stormfront or Social Justice.
or from Tumblr, yeah, or whatever.
And yeah, it was like he got them pretty much right. A lot of them.
To be fair, some of them actually were really easy because of the way they were worded.
Yeah.
But it was a fun game. I played along.
Oh yeah, same here.
Let me guess. Stormfront is like a
It's a white supremacist site.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or in their own words, I think it's a white nationalist site. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Did you see what the new Joker looks like?
No.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not feeling it.
I'm
not even a DC Comics dude.
It's so like now. It's like.
What has he got? Like an iPhone?
Well, no, he's got freaking tattoos everywhere. Like one on his forehead that says "damaged."
Well, we already knew that.
And ha 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 ha.
Ha 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 everywhere.
Yeah, and cat teeth. Yeah, and cat teeth.
Yep.
Does he have a retainer?
It's so like try hard edgy.
Yeah, that's a perfect.
Try hard edgy.
Did I just coin a term? Because I'm gonna start using that everywhere now.
Try hard edgy. I don't know. I still like mine edged hard.
Well, I like mine Edgemaster.
Edgemaster. I like Edgemaster.
Yeah, it makes it sound like some kind of
the new Transformers line, Transformers Edgemasters.
Well, see, Edgemaster actually sounds like a brand for a thing of razors.
Yes, it also sounds like a Transformers subline.
It does.
Because during the late 80s, there was Headmasters and Target Masters and a whole bunch of masters.
Right.
So Edgemasters. Which is pretty much what the I know you're not a Transformers person, but the 90s comic that they did for Generation 2 was pretty much that. It's pretty much Transformers meets the Rob Liefeld type of style. So everyone has guns on top of guns on top of guns, and even though they're robots, they still have like bullet belts.
You guys aren't in a thrash band. Knock that off.
And they all had like this type of like grimace on their face, like with the.
Do they also carry like Lugers and things like that?
And I think the tagline for like the first issue was like, "This is not your father's Autobot." Oh yeah, and it had like Optimus Prime with like
no, those were good.
Optimus Prime with like the bullet stuck in its head. Yeah, it's like so 90s. It was like that hyper extreme. Like that was such a 90s thing. Like just hyper extreme.
See, I associate that with 80s movies and stuff.
Because
the 90s was pretty neutered with that kind of thing.
For movies, yes, but for pop culture, for comics, and for like
Kirby is hardcore.
There was some. All right, there was a bunch of like shows in the 90s that just all had the tagline extreme. Like there was Extreme Dinosaurs, Extreme Ghostbusters, Gyro
Extremely Extreme.
Yeah, it's
Extreme Ghostbusters. What the fuck?
Yeah, that was a cartoon.
I mean, there are already people with these like vacuum packs sucking up ghosts. How much more extreme can you be?
It's not extreme enough.
There is no
Joe Extreme where they all looked like steroids and
like
Synthol. steroids mixed with synthol injections.
Could you imagine like a more extreme version of Cobra Commander though? I can't even imitate that voice in the way I want to do this, because I think I would actually start choking.
I speak like that.
But imagine that voice, but talking as fast as the Micro Machines, dude.
I speak like this.
Accessory sold. Yeah. Fuck, I can't do it.
Anyway, let's get on this second segment.
Okay, enough with the silly.
All right.
Enough with the silly.
3, 2. Welcome back to NTR Radio. This time we're talking about Dere Cast 2014.
Yes,
All
yes.
the Deres.
The fun.
Dere, Yandere, Dandere, Kudere.
You mean 2015? You said 2014.
Did I say 2014?
Yes.
Well, he's a time enforcer. He can do that.
Yeah.
You can travel.
2014 now. Travel back in time.
If I had the see it again, like the dream I had. If I had the power for time, like you could go anywhere in the history of humanity. No, I just want to go back to the 80s and buy robot toys and then sell them
and vote for Reagan.
And then just sell them on eBay and be super rich because they'll be minty in box.
That's the good way to use time travel.
Define good.
I come back with like minty fresh robot toys that never been opened, and they'll be like, wow, how'd you get them so how'd you so minty fresh in their case fresh? And it's like the secret, it's time travel.
No, you don't want to tell them that. You want to make up some bullshit statement like the secret is I have this car freshener.
Okay, so yeah, deres.
I dare you to talk about deres.
Dere air.
Yeah. So I mean, like,
how do you want to do this? Do you want to talk about one and then kind of go round robin, or?
Yeah,
I figure. So I mean, explaining it, it's like the prefix dere. Well, prefix dere.
I think you mean the suffix.
So, sundere, yan, then dere. But you have to have a prefix there. So it's sun, dere, yan, dere.
Gotcha.
Dere.
But yeah, so I mean, the basic one that everyone knows is tsundere.
Oh yeah, for sure.
She's a bitch, but she actually likes you.
Yes, a perfect example, the kind of the archetype or the one that everybody knows is kind of Asuka from Evangelion.
Yes.
Just put the archetype on the map.
Right. Although I would say she's definitely more Sun.
Yeah.
Not
she's
as much. Not as much.
90%. She's 90% Sun, 10% Dere.
Yes. A good example is her trying to peek in on Shinji at the hospital.
Yeah.
And like hiding behind the thing while he's laughing because he saw her. And that kind of thing. But it's become a really big thing. It's quite honestly a marketing tool at this point.
Yeah.
Oh, they have tsundere cookies.
Interesting. They're like are they like those gums that kind of change while you're chewing them?
Some of them are spicy.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, do you bite into it and then like all of a sudden it goes into jalapeno mode?
Well, some are okay, some are normal, and some are spicy.
Yeah.
Some smell like an earthbound scratch and sniff.
Yeah, you don't know which one is which. So you take a cookie, bite into it, and all of a sudden your mouth's on fire.
See, that's awesome. And the only way to win that is to not play the game.
Then they also have tsundere CDs.
What is it? Just like what is it? Just like a loop of them yelling "Urasai, Urasai."
Pretty much like just being
more or less,
like just telling you the stupid baka.
Huh. Okay.
No,
I just got this bad. Yeah, exactly. I just got like this bad. It's playing this typical oomps 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 beat in the background. Like, and every so many seconds it says something like baka or
I think they also have like an Emoto CD.
Probably.
I'm sure they have a Yandere CD, but
Like
What I want is whatever Mao was listening to from Kogias. Just having C2 encouraging me in my ears 24/7. Let's go.
Well, yeah, but we all know that you would cut it out of context and put it into a sexual thing. Come on.
Oh, of course. Doesn't everyone do that?
Doesn't everybody have cool edit?
But so yeah, tsundere is basically like the basic dere.
Right, it's the one that everybody pretty much knows.
I consider it the base level dere.
Right, and
More one in every show.
any show that's got a big cast usually has one in there.
Yeah, and like more or less the protagonist ends up with the tsundere.
Seems like it.
But I do feel like most people associate tsundere with the violent type.
Right, which we'll get to that a little later. Because we actually have something to talk about with that.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Like, have you seen any Ria Kugamiya characters? You've seen a tsundere.
Yeah.
At some point or another.
I mean, there's various types. There's levels of severity.
Yes, you have Luis, which of course involves beating you with a horsewhip.
Yep.
So I think we can consider that more the violent type.
Or the one that I like,
level severity.
or the one I like that Anubis hates, Sugumi, Seishiro Sugumi, the one that has a gun.
Yeah, she's a bitch.
There you go.
So cute.
She's okay. She's also a bitch.
She's a hit. She's a hit man, and she was raised
you
to be a
mean
bully.
a hit woman.
Well,
That-
but
all this is cool in the gang, but she's a bitch. That's all I'm saying.
okay, she's a bitch. I don't care. I still like
Well,
her.
yeah, I think. I mean,
Go
I
ahead and
mean,
not care about that. I'm just gonna be over here with the non-bitches.
well, I was gonna say Yuzora is actually very much a bitch.
Yuzora is also a bitch.
But I like her for some reason. I don't know why.
Probably because she's the only one that puts like Senna's like cockiness in place.
No, it has nothing to do with that. Because
No,
I like
I
her
like
too.
Oh, I like Senna too, but like how it's that way that they so hate each other, but they just can't see that they actually like each other.
Oh yeah, it's kind of like it really is this like weird kind of balancing act of.
Also, the pointless one-upsmanship with like.
Oh yeah,
Let's ride the roller coaster.
Or something.
Yeah, let's ride the roller coaster over and over until we like. Bleh.
Whoever pukes first, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Which I've actually done that before. Not with a roller coaster, but with like one of those like swinger type rides that go up and they spin around and around.
Yeah, it spins. I love those things.
So
Yeah.
other examples of
We did it until one of us puked. I
Other
won,
examples.
but then I puked.
other examples of tsunderes in anime.
Okay, let's see here.
That you guys can go first because I have some notions.
Oh, okay.
I mean, the only reason I'm having trouble is because I normally just don't like the tsundere.
Right.
At least she's never my favorite.
Right.
She's almost never my favorite. Like, Asuka's an anomaly.
Yes.
Right.
Kirino is a big one.
Well, like again, I'm not.
Kirino's a big one.
There's exceptions. Like I said, I'm not really into the violent type, but there's exceptions. Like I said, Seishiro and even Kirino, as you said. But I'm more into the retortive type of tsundere, the one that's not violent, but she's just kind of like
mouthy.
Well, no, not mouthy. She's like, this offends my sense of order, but I secretly like, such as like I'm talking about like Kagami from Lucky Star,
I was just thinking of something like that.
Aya from Kinero Mosaic is an excellent example. Or one of my absolute favorites is Aki from Photokano.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one with the glasses and the twin tails. Like they make excellent student council presidents.
I was actually going to point that out. That seems to be kind of a student council, type of character.
It's like
the more uptight character.
Yeah, I have to keep this sense of order.
What
do I like main character Sun
right.
so much?
You're talking about the ones that are kind of more refined.
Yeah. It's like I have to
keep kind of more reserved and all that.
Yeah, I have to keep my sense of order because that's my job. I'm the student council. But why do I like
so and so
other character that should offend my sense of
the best thing about those type of characters are when they give in to craziness.
Yeah,
like when they give in to like ridiculous shenanigans or something.
Yeah. Like this is okay. I've talked about this with you guys, and this is a perfect example of also like when I talk about Gap Moe.
right next to you.
Yeah, it's the sort of unconventional moe that from a character that you don't expect to act moe. So like you can have like a tomboy character who's acts masculine, but she'll go all cutesy for like but then she'll be like put into a dress.
Oh, so like Makoto from Idolmaster.
Yeah, exactly. Well, she wanted to be in the dress.
Well, true, but otherwise it kind of pretty much follows what you're saying.
Yeah, or I forgot her name, but the one from C3 Boo.
Oh,
Cardi.
The one with the blue hair.
I'm so bad at this. Oh, Sonora.
Yes,
Sonora?
The one you bought the figure of.
That's Sonora.
Yeah, when she was in the dress and she was like, what do I have to play this?
Yeah, okay, yeah, I get what you're saying with that.
Yeah. Again, it's like that. I think Tsundere and Gap Moe can play together.
I just think that
Sandbox
term is hilarious.
Oh, that's I've heard it called Gap Moe.
No, I'm saying.
I understand it's a real term, but it's just hilarious to me that Gap Moe. Like when I think of Gap Moe, I think of like the gap between someone's front teeth. Like that, when I hear the word gap, that's immediately what I go to.
See, I think of the store in the mall, sadly. But okay, here's another one I'm gonna put out there: Taiga from Toradora.
Yep.
There's a real popular one.
Yeah.
And again, Kugimiya. So.
I know another example of the sort of authoritative order type of tsundere. Azusa from K-On!
Yeah.
Perfect.
She actually really works for that type.
The weird thing about that is I have a hard time thinking of like her being authority on anything.
No, well, I don't mean just authoritative, but like how it's like, okay, guys, we gotta go practice and we gotta take this thing seriously. But you're offering me.
Oh no, cake.
Yeah, you're offering me cake, and I'll take a piece.
All right, fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it happens.
And in actuality, she likes being around them and enjoys their shenanigans and such.
You got Kaname Chidori from Fullmetal Panic. She's one of my favorites.
Okay, she's an interesting one. But she's definitely even though she beats Sosuke all the time with the fan and all that, she never really comes across as violent toward any though.
It's funny how
violent. She's definitely tsundere towards him, and she not violent, but she's really She definitely tolerates his shit a lot more.
That's a
than
good
you would
word.
expect
Tolerates.
It's funny. What's her face? Hitagi from Monogatari. She's a self-described tsundere, but she pretty much embodies all the deres.
Mm-hmm.
More or less.
Tsundere, yandere, kundere. She's everything.
There you go.
She's in everything dere. Omni dere.
Nagi from Haite no Gotoku.
With some other. There's Rize from
From
Is the Order of Rabbit.
Gochisa.
Yeah.
Yep.
She's another one.
Right. But the idea is behind them is the same. It's just varying different levels of severity.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I know a
Rize
shitty
is
blog.
very subdued tsundere.
Yeah, I know a
opposed to something like
shitty
friggin'
blog described
Please.
tsundere as submissive bitchiness.
I think they're a little off.
Yeah, they're very off.
Yeah.
And by little, I mean you could drive a truck through it.
You could throw a hot dog down the hallway.
Right. Okay. But well, anyway, you got an idea of what a tsundere is and some examples. So do we kind of want to move on to the next one?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's move on to the next one.
Yandere? Do we want to go there
Yandere.
next?
Yes.
Okay,
It's
this is
probably
interesting.
the second most known.
Because yandere tends to be the more controversial, actually. Than
Oh,
tsundere.
for
Yeah.
sure.
Certainly.
Because it's like, why would you want someone like that?
It's friggin', I love yandere. Everyone thinks I'm crazy.
You know,
I love
I
it.
used to not like yandere, but now I'm starting to see the appeal because of what you described.
Which we should bring that up.
Yeah, so
he wrote an article recently.
I wrote an article, and really it's a sample of an article I'm writing for Neon the magazine.
So
But it's the appeal of yandere. It's like, because here's my thing. Yandere gets a bad rap. Because you only know someone's yandere when they start killing people.
Yeah.
yeah, imagine that. They get a bad rap for that.
So, but it's like, it's the purest form of love. It really is.
It's kind of the same love that they're talking about in the Police song. I'll be watching you.
But for real, it's this unconditional, just straight up devotion to a person because you're in love with them.
And as you said, it's like the Yamato Nadesco.
I'm pretty. I don't know for sure, but I wouldn't be surprised if the yandere archetype grew out of Yamato Nadeshiko, because almost every yandere character you encounter is gonna be, to some certain extent, a Yamato Nadeshiko character.
Right,
Because
but it's just like
that
push,
devotion of character.
Yeah.
but push to like a normal.
Recently, I've been
Exactly.
liking a character that, although she hasn't been yandere in this series, but she's been described as being yandere in kind of like canon. But I don't think she's like gonna go all the. But anyway, Mayu from Idolmaster Cinderella Girls.
Right.
So, again, like I said, now I'm starting to see the appeal too.
Exactly. It's just this
They'll come around.
absolute.
Also,
do
her birthday's
anything for a
her
person.
birthday is Valentine's Day, so like,
Natural.
yeah.
Right, Okay, so let's go with some of the more well-known ones. All right, School Days.
Yep.
Um,
Obviously, Kotonoha Katsura.
Yes, very lovely character.
Pretty much. Okay. Before Future Diary, I would have said she's the poster child for yandere. But now is the poster child for yandere, which I'm sort of pissed about, but is pretty good anyway.
But for those who don't really know what yandere actually is, though, it's basically kind of an obsessive.
It's hyper obsessive, 100% unconditional devotion to of one character to another.
But it also there's also
You stay hyper obsessive, we mean hyper obsessive. I'm not talking about thinking about you all the time. It's like it's like I'm talking about my phone is off, but I'm still having fake conversations with you.
Yeah, there's definitely a level of mental illness
piling
involved.
up on me.
There's a level of mental illness involved, for sure.
Yeah.
You walk in their room and it's just pictures of their whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's no wallpaper
like,
or anything. It's just kind of
it'll be
up on
like
the ceiling
like
and shit.
It'll be like in that scene 1 hour photo.
I actually was going to say the scene from Haganai where, you know, where Meat has all those pictures.
Meat.
Yeah.
I was actually gonna say, "Hey Arnold."
Hey Arnold. Really?
Yeah.
Oh, Helga.
People say Helga's a tsundere. No, sir.
She's a nut.
She's yandere. She's straight yandere.
Oh, okay, all you gotta realize with that is that she grabs hair clippings and shit and tries to make like these quasi voodoo dolls and stuff.
To make a shrine shaped like Arnold.
I actually have a question. I know that you have not seen Rebellion, so you wouldn't 100%.
I have.
Oh, I know you have. But I was gonna say, do you think Homura counts as a yandere?
No.
Because of the way, like, the obsessiveness of
Madoka. It's not the same.
It's not the same.
She comes across as more driven than like obsessed.
She's very driven. She's very. She obviously definitely has a thing for Madoka, but it's not to the level like Kotonoha has a thing for
where stabbing implements are involved.
It's not to the level that Kaede had a thing for Rin.
Now,
yes, which is the other person we probably should
mention.
Now,
is Yase yandere?
No, she's not. Absolutely not.
She's a bitch.
She's just a bitch. I'd probably classify her as tsundere, but definitely not yandere. She's too
inoffensive.
I'd say she's too offensive. She's too.
I meant that in a violent way.
Yeah, she's too controlling. She's far too controlling of Homeboy, and she definitely likes him, but it's not like, again, it's not like Kotonoha like Makoto. It's not like here's the difference. Kotonoha actively endeavored to change herself so that Makoto would like her more. Like when she started becoming sexually aggressive toward him.
Right.
That was to get him to reciprocate her feelings toward him.
Which, by the way, if I can interject, I found that kind of disgusting.
I found it heartwarming that she wanted to do that. I found it disgusting that she needed to do that.
That's kind of what I mean. I mean that I found it disgusting in the sense like, wow, you're making somebody who's actually pretty chaste, I guess is the right word, act that way.
Having played the game, I don't know if I would describe Kotonoha as chaste.
Okay, well, just
she's
the
actually
anime.
Pretty dirty, but
the anime.
I want to do whatever I can to make this person happy, by any means necessary, for better or worse.
Oh, what was it, like that one episode of Family Guy when Meg was infatuated with Brian?
Exactly.
It's my hair. Is it hair pie? You're eating hair. Hair pie.
But yes, it's short of the violence and short of the the killing people and stuff. Yandere is characterized by an unconditional love.
And also, nobody will stand in my way to be with said lover.
Exactly. Nothing will stand in my way, and that's when we get to the violence. Because if you look at it, Yandere's only kill is a last resort.
Okay, well, speaking of that, we mentioned Kaede from Shuffle earlier.
Yep.
Again, spoilers, but you shouldn't be listening to this if...
Yeah, exactly.
You know. you don't want to hear about this kind of stuff.
She doesn't exactly get violent, but she lashes out.
She has a
moment.
I want to say a moment. Yeah, I was going to say a psychotic break of sorts.
To a certain extent.
Or maybe just a mental breakdown would be better.
I like how she lashes out.
She had a moment.
Because
it's like the Snickers commercial. She needed a moment.
You can't really blame her, because
no,
she's
not really.
Obsessed with the dude. She spent however long doing all this housework, cooking, cleaning, doing laundry for him, and now he brings this other girl in the house, and that's the last straw.
Well, to be fair though,
I've been here for however long, doing all this shit for you. How dare you bring this other girl in my house? I already knew you were going out, the bitch. Now I have to look at her? Hell no.
Well, here's the other thing though. Since you actually brought that up, there is context involved with this.
Certainly.
Because there's a reason she is that way.
Yeah.
Which I won't go as far as to spoil that, but there is an actual backstory there, and it's actually a pretty good one.
It's a pretty good one. But yeah. And so she lashes out, and she doesn't exactly get violent, but there's definitely mental deficiencies there. There's definitely something's wrong in her brain, and she kind of does the same thing Kotonoha does. She starts making advances on Rin, gets sexually aggressive once, and when he rejects her that way, soon in the series we just never see her again.
Right. Well, here's the other weird thing about that. Shuffle is largely kind of a happy-go-lucky show.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't. If you didn't know any better, you probably wouldn't see it coming.
It's like, for the most part, it's like your general purpose harem show, and
right.
Then it drops this bombshell.
Although I think it's better than that.
Oh, certainly.
Okay, how about Higurashi?
Higurashi I haven't watched yet.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. There's some violence involved there.
Oh yeah, I know there is violence involved. I don't know the extent or the content of it, but I know it's definitely bloody.
Yes, indeed. Okay. Interestingly enough, I read something, and this is a really interesting comparison because I just popped it up right now. They're referring to Annie from the movie Misery, the Stephen King novel. And the more I think about that actually isn't a terrible description, because if you haven't seen Misery, the idea is basically this real, I guess he's a real famous writer.
Yep.
He gets in this accident or whatever, and basically she nurses him back, and she's already a big fan, and the obsessiveness and the craziness just gets out of control.
And he already ended the book.
Yeah,
because he was tired of the character or whatever.
Yeah, he put the series to bed, and she was obsessed with him and the series he was writing.
Yeah, and there's all kinds of unpleasant stuff that involves him being drugged and having his knees smashed in with a hammer, and it's unpleasant.
But yeah, Yandere's only resort to violence is the last resort.
Although in that case, I think she was just purely psychotic.
Yeah, she probably that's probably a cultural thing.
There is a fine line sometimes. I would say.
Yeah, but I mean, look at Kotonoha. All throughout, when it was really apparent she was being cheated on, all throughout when it was really apparent that he was banging all these other girls, didn't do anything until Homeboy got stabbed. Then it's some Lelouch Lamperouge shit where, okay, I'm gonna call you from his phone, bring you up to the roof, and then friggin' take a backsaw, see if you're really pregnant, lying bitch.
And that's up for debate.
But yeah,
I'm still seeing arguments on that one.
I don't know. I don't think she was, but then again, I'm heavily biased.
The thing is
I really wouldn't put it past Sakai to lie about that.
No, I get that, but at the same time, I also wouldn't put it past, hey, she's completely out of her head. It really, does it really matter?
To a certain extent. Well, I mean, the baby's probably dead now anyway.
Well, how? Let's also take into consideration, was it even long enough for it to be, visible like that?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, that was some hardcore abortion right there. I mean, that's the kind of shit that people stand outside of Planned Parenthood showing up in the air. So, okay, yandere. The basic concept is you're playing with fire, so don't fuck up.
Yeah, don't cheat on her. Whatever. Here's the thing. People say don't stick your dick in crazy. They're wrong. You can stick your dick in crazy, just don't stick it anywhere else.
Ow. I'm just imagining a scene from Higurashi. Anyway, alright, so where do we want to go next?
I think Kudere would be
okay.
The next up.
Okay, this is probably the one that I am least familiar with.
It's like kinda laid back, snarky characters. Suzu is a perfect example.
Okay, so like a teacher's assistant type character?
No,
Not necessarily.
Kundere is more like the character that's like motionless, but that opens up.
Okay, would you say...
Think C2.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, I always thought that she was just kind of spunky, actually.
Or basically Rei Ayanami.
Okay,
Rei
she's...
Ayanami, I would actually say, is more of a Dandere.
I was actually going to say...
No, Dandere is when they're... Well, we'll get it. Dandere is when they're shy and they can't... Kundere is more when they're emotionless and they open up.
Well, they're cold-hearted or whatever.
Cold-hearted, more or less. I mean, but like they're cool. They're laid back. It's like they don't care, but they really do.
Oh,
they act like they don't care, but they really do.
Right. Oh, okay. I know a character that's kind of like that. I'm trying to think of the actual name because it's been so long since I've seen it, and I'm totally gonna out myself with this too. But the show Fushigi Yugi.
Okay.
There's a character in that. I'm trying to think of what his name is. Is it Mitsuki? No, it's not Mitsuki. Mitsukake. That's it. And he's kind of like this real stern, type of character that has kind of a well-spoken, but he does have like emotional kind of bursts.
Right. So yeah, it's the character who's kind of laid back, chill, looks like they don't really care about what's going on around them, but from time to time they do show some emotion usually towards a character.
In my case, though, he's just really serious. Most of the time. Okay, but you want to throw out some examples to kind of counter my buffoonery here?
I would also say Hitagi.
Oh, okay.
Hitagi does really hit this.
Yeah.
Right.
Even though she says she's a self-proclaimed tsundere.
She's tsundere, less so than every other dere.
But she's mostly a kundere because
she's mostly kundere.
She's learned to repress her emotion.
Right. Okay.
I mean, Setsuna from School Days.
Right. Oh, okay. Yeah. I see. I thought you were going to say she was something else.
She's also a bitch.
There it is.
You can be both. But a live interaction on Twitter, Drawing Girl actually gives a good point. Chihaya from Idolmaster.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. The one that sings?
Yes.
I mean, you know the one that has the more
The one that
singing.
sings.
You know
Okay.
the one that has naturally.
So
a singer,
Idolmaster.
no.
Just
The one,
say the one with the flattest chest.
no. I'm saying the one that actually has the real pronounced voice.
Yeah,
Yes.
no, I know, but the way you said it.
Yes, I
Idolmaster
realized
character
it as
that
soon as I
sings.
said it. Oh God, that sounded so stupid.
Yes. Also the one with the flattest, the chest complex.
There you go.
So that's the other way to remember.
Yes,
it.
the one with the microphone. K God.
See, I remember her as the F-15 Echo from Ace Combat 6.
Okay, and now that I've made a fool of myself more than usual.
But yeah, Chihaya is a good example.
Right.
Haven't really watched many anime with too many kuderes in it. I mean, I figure Sanya from Strike Witches could be a good example.
Right, because she does seem kind of detached, really.
Yeah. She's sort of detached, but you know she's paying attention to her surroundings.
Oh, for sure. How could she not? She has like the radar things.
Yeah, exactly. And she does have emotional connections with Ayla.
Right, you know. In Soviet Strike Witches, yeah. I botched that, so let's move.
Here you go.
There you go. That lovely
Once
sound.
again on Twitter, DrawingGirl94, would Kotomi from Clannad count as a kudere? I honestly don't know about that one, because it's for me, as far as I understand, the mark of a kudere is that it looks like they don't care, they're not really paying attention, but they are actually keenly paying attention. Kotomi seems like she's in her own little world all the time.
Well, she's got to play that violin.
But it's like I figure a kudere would kind of have an understanding of people more so than
They just don't express it.
Was. They just don't express it. Kotomi does not know how to interact with people. And as a result, her interaction and her kind of emotional maturity with regards to interacting with other people is kind of stunted. Which is why she might come off as a kudere when really she just doesn't know any better.
Bonjour, Tomoya-kun.
And then...
That's an inside joke for those out there in listener land.
People on the planet who are going to get that joke.
Yeah, and they all probably post it Faku.
And then Drawing Girl continues, if not, Mai from Kanon is a good kudere.
Okay.
I haven't watched Kanon in years.
That was the one with the blue hair, right? Yeah.
I wouldn't know. I watched the first episode and kind of dropped it.
Me too, but
mean,
I think that's the one with the blue hair.
You mean the? Did you watch the 2006 one or?
I watched whatever the newer one.
Yeah, okay.
The not bad one.
There you go. Anyhow, any more examples we want to use of this?
Drawing Girl says, Kotomi from Clannad.
Yeah, I had said that earlier.
Okay.
It would... This is going to be kind of a long shot. Would Shion Fujino from Hatsu Inu count as a kudere?
I don't know, because when I think of her, I'm not usually thinking of in that kind of capacity.
All right. I think we should move on to
like Dandere.
Dandere.
Okay.
No, Dandere definitely. I have some good examples.
Yeah. So Dandere is sort of shy or anti-social, but still shows emotion toward a character. Kind of warms up to a character.
Now, the one that a lot of people know of is Homura in the beginning.
Yes, that's a good one.
Yeah.
One of the absolute best examples I have ever seen of a dere is Shiori from Tamako Market.
To be honest with you, though, I honestly think most otaku, at least that I've met, kind of identify more with that, with dere as a concept.
Oh, certainly.
Because,
I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case at all.
No, I mean, quite frankly, I could even throw myself in there, because if I meet you, I'm more likely to be more quiet and reserved at first, and then after I know you, you can't shut me up.
Yeah, exactly. Real quick, Tsukiyomi Magi 99 has a question.
Alrighty.
What about Fate Testarossa from Nanoha? Would she count as a kudere?
I think a little bit. I've only seen the movies, so.
Right. Yeah, I could kind of lean that way.
All right. But continuing dere, yeah, I certainly see where that's coming from.
Oh yeah, that does not surprise me at all, because there are a lot of people just that I run across that are like that. Just actual my regular life, you know. They're kind of they're not even necessarily antisocial, but they kind of appear that way.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been accused of that before, so.
But yeah, it's
because
like,
we all know that people that are antisocial do podcasts.
Yeah, certainly. But I feel like, to a certain extent, some Fujoshi characters might count as dere, like Frau Kojiro from Robotics Notes.
The one, what's her name from Genshin?
Which one?
Which one?
Yeah, which Fujoshi from Genshiken?
Shit. I'm having a.
If you're talking about Genshiken 2, then all bets are off.
No,
we can
talking about the first one.
Yeah, exactly.
What was her name? I can't think of it. I can see her plain as day in my head.
Kanako Ono?
Yes, I think that's her, yes.
Yeah, I can certainly see. And she has character development where she definitely opens up, and to an extent where there's a certain point at which you can't really call her a dere anymore. Drawing Girl 94 comes out with a very good point. Hinata from Naruto.
Okay. Alrighty. I'm not a huge Naruto fan, so I know who the characters are.
If there's one Naruto character I'm familiar with, it's Hinata, because she's the only character I liked in that television program.
That's the one with the black hair, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of other.
I feel like and people would disagree with me.
I feel like home.
Well, no. I feel like Rei would fit into this category more than kudere.
Yeah, I think so, but that even more so if you see the new Rebuild movies.
She sort of straddles the line.
Because the idea is she's supposed to be kind of a soulless husk.
Yeah. It's very apparent that she understands her surroundings and knows what's going on around her, but she doesn't have that sense of okay, like that cockiness, like that C2 has.
Right. Or as I like to think of it, it's kind of spunky.
Yeah.
Rei seems very not even just detached, but kind of aware of what she actually is.
Yeah.
Which of course is not pleasant.
Aware of her own expendability.
Yeah, that's got to weigh on somebody.
Yeah, I'm actually cheating here and using TV tropes to look at examples.
Oh, come on!
You know what? I would have done that before if I had thought of that. But I'm really dumb and forgot that I have the internet as a resource. But I do have Twitter as a resource. Drawing Girl 94 asks, would Yuki Nagato count as kudere or dandere?
She seems more little. I don't know. She always came across.
Kudere in the TV in the
Yes.
Dere in the movie.
There you go.
The news series.
Right, because she comes across as very detached.
All right, I got one. I got it.
Yuki, like even in the canon, definitely has a keen understanding of everything that's going on.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay,
but the fact that she doesn't use that to her advantage, really, she sort of straddles the line like Ray does.
Yeah, I got an example, and also an example of a violent Dandere, if that could be a thing.
Somehow.
Mahiro Inami from Working, because she's so terrified of men that she just punches without thinking. But she slowly opens up to the main character, even though she still punches him.
I could go on a little bit of a tangent joke about that, but I won't. Spare everybody.
Oh, that
has another question.
That he secretly likes it.
Yeah, Tsukiyomi has another question. Do you think that tsundere and dandere have their parallels due to them being so similar?
Yeah, they're interestingly enough, I would have to say that they do. They're kind of like different sides of the coin.
They want to show their affection for the other person, but they can't open up their true selves.
Well, I mean, every dere type except for yandere is about having some kind of trouble opening up to the person that you're into.
Because tsundere is more like pride through immature, like you're trying to be mature and prideful of your, but you're actually come off as immature.
Yeah.
In that way.
I feel like soon when, because I think that they're more or less opposites, and here's why. With the tsundere, the girl is putting effort into putting up a front in order to not look like she's I'm fawning over this dude. So it's about dropping that effort and just letting that go and saying, okay, I'm just gonna be me. Whereas dandere is the character is legitimately shy or antisocial and has to put in effort in order to actually come out of his or her shell and actually make advances toward the character that they're into. Okay. So it's whether you need to put in effort or drop effort. That's the difference between tsundere and dandere.
Right, but you could say there's two sides of the same coin, though.
More or less. I mean, all dere types except for yandere are basically the same coin.
Because that's the most extreme. It's the most kind of outlandish.
Yeah.
And I think that's probably why they're violent too.
Yeah.
Because for every action there's an equal but opposite reaction. Well, in that case, their kind of obsessiveness with being the other person is kind of portrayed as going the other direction, as being violent and being extremely territorial and that kind of good stuff.
Yep.
Again, you're gonna get stabbed.
Yeah. Drawn Girl continues. I haven't played all of the game, but Rin from Little Busters feels like a mix of tsundere and dandere. As far in as I've played the game, I definitely agree with that.
Alrighty. So, I mean...
Oh, I forgot, going back to tsundere, I haven't watched any of it, but Rin from Fate Stay.
Oh, well, yeah, that's a common one.
Yeah,
she's one of the poster children of tsundere.
For that idea, yeah. I mean, come on, her face looking the other way, you know, with that.
Tsunderes, not all, but a lot of tsunderes tend to have the twin tails.
Twin tails and thigh-high stockings.
Yes,
yes. And again, that kind of way they kind of like snub their nose or whatever.
Yeah, the look to the side and upward.
Yeah, close your eyes and just kind of like dismissive a little bit.
Oh, what was the one from Leaves versus Butler that you liked?
I liked a lot of characters from there.
Cernia Flameheart.
Yes.
Yeah. Flameheart design.
She fits into a subset of tsundere called hime-dere, where she acts like a princess but is actually into the dude.
Oh, that's like a Yame from No Kame. Silicone tits.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say is silicone tits, and you know.
Yeah, that's how I recognize that character now.
Flameheart, though, the thing about her is she doesn't have twin tails, she has drills.
She's got twin drills.
And when I say drills,
Chan.
If you've never seen this character, we're not really kidding. They are drills. They spin.
We're talking fracking now.
Yeah, they spin. You could put her against the wall and, you know, use her like a jackhammer.
I forgot her name, but the one that's 19 that looks like a loli from Laser Butlers, but she's a good example of a Dandere also.
Yeah.
Okay. Definitely. Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Drawing Girl continues. Haruhi Suzumiya is an interesting case because she's a mix of tsundere and Genki Girl.
Yes.
Yeah, because she's got the really, like, the real enthusiastic kind of thing going on.
Yep.
Which you would attribute more to the Genki thing.
Yeah. Would you say?
But the kind of like snarky, smart aleck, you know.
Yeah. Speaking of Harry, would you attribute Mikuru as a Dandere?
Good question.
Sort of. To a certain extent.
I think that's a little bit of a stretch.
Well, she's definitely shy, but I don't, because the whole thing about Haruhi is that these characters are all putting on an act. Like Nagato's Dandere thing is an act, because she really does understand exactly what's going on. Mikuru's shyness and her timidness and all that is an act, because she understands exactly what's going on.
I'll continue. Drawing Girls 94 also continues, and just because I'm biased, my waifu Fumino from Mayoneka Overrun is a great tsundere.
Nothing wrong with being biased. Kotena is the best yandere. The best. Except no substitutes.
Wasn't that the one you watched?
If you do accept substitutes, she's going to kill you.
Well, yeah, you know. But didn't you watch that, Mayoneka Overrun?
No. I actually sort of want to check it out because I like the character designs, but...
Right. I haven't seen that, but I know it. I know.
Let's see, I could have sworn one of us actually saw that. Maybe I'm thinking of a different show.
Probably.
Something to do with maids.
If it's got maids in it, I probably watched it.
Oh, something.
Anyway.
But yeah, so you got Dandere. And then you have the sub archetypes from tsundere, hime-dere and kami-dere.
There you go.
Kami-dere is like a god.
Kami-dere is god. The one girl from MM.
Right.
The main blonde girl from MM is Kami-dere.
Yeah.
Okay, we got more comments here. Also from Drawing Girl 94, Lynetta from Strike Witches is a great Dandere.
Yeah. Excellent example of a hime-dere that you just said. Nagi from Kanagi.
Yeah.
It's a literal goddess that
the crazy shrine maidens.
Yeah. So
wouldn't she be Kami-dere then?
Kami-dere, yeah, because that's what I meant.
Well, the thing is all goddess characters don't really fall into that though. Like Belle Dandy certainly doesn't.
Yeah,
No, but
she's straight Yamato Nadeshiko.
Yes.
no, but the thing with her is like her and the main character is so dense that they don't realize that they like each other.
The thing is though, that's probably a little too realistic for my taste. Have you ever seen that before? Where like you have a friend and and another one and they both clearly like each other but they don't see it.
Yep.
And you're just sitting there kind of on the sidelines, like smacking your head. It sounds ridiculous, but it does happen.
It absolutely happens.
Sometimes you just want to pull them aside and be like,
listen,
you're not paying attention. That or you're just really oblivious. Good times.
Yeah, but yeah, like Sylvia von Halsen from Princess Lover. She's
Yes.
to a certain extent.
She's
She's more the kind that VZ was talking about, where she's concerned about maintaining order in her life, and all of a sudden this dude comes in and everything's chaotic now.
Mm-hmm. And then of course if you've seen the OVA,
and the OVAs come, and
so do the characters. Okay, that was
Impressive.
that was terrible. That whole thing was terrible. I won't be surprised if we get hate mail for that one.
But yeah, so she really comes off as that kind.
Has this podcast ever gotten hate mail?
Yeah. Well, no, we haven't gotten hate mail. We've gotten comments from people who thought our jokes about Chernobyl were distasteful.
Hey, I remember that.
Yep.
Yeah. So how's that Chernobyl?
Still radioactive.
Jeez.
It should have a sign down it, radioactive since 1986. Since
just like a big caution, beware of dog type of thing. Caution, beware of radioactivity. Just have like a skeleton,
beware of radioactive dogs.
Before we piss off any more Eastern Europeans. Okay, to wrap out the show, favorite tsundere, go.
Oh,
Hey, that's tough. This is going to be kind of it's not a cop-out, but it's going to be kind of an obvious pick. But I got to give it to Taiga.
I'm gonna probably say Aki from Photokano.
Asuka Langley Soryu from Evangelion.
As a character, yeah, but as far as the tsundere as a type goes, I'm gonna have to go with Taiga.
Yeah, or if you want to be the more the more as a type, the violent type, then I'm gonna probably have to go with Seshiro.
Hey, Taiga's pretty violent too.
Yeah.
Favorite yandere.
Oh, come on, that one's too easy.
We all know who I'm picking.
Yes. Me too, because I'm going to pick the same character.
Yep. Katsura, School Days.
Yeah. Scoreboard.
Mayu from Idolmaster.
Before we move on, Drawing Girl has a really damn good point. Although when it comes to tsundere characters, I'm really surprised there is no mention of Takahashi.
Huh. Yes.
We friggin' skipped all over Urusei Yatsura, skipped all over Inuyasha, skipped all over Ranma 1/2.
Hey, we're just 3 people. No. There's no real excuse. It's just spaced our attention span or something.
Yeah. Favorite kudere.
Like I said, the least familiar with that of all the deres, so.
Chihaya. Definitely Chihaya.
I'd like to pick that one, but I'm not sure. I'm going to have to, because again, I'm not really terribly familiar with this as much as I'd like to be.
What about Hitagi, who does...
Yeah, I gotcha. Anubis?
C2.
Oh, that was real easy for you.
I already know what my answer is going to be, except for maybe Dandere. So favorite Dandere.
My girlfriend.
Mission successful.
That's great. I don't get to use that drop-in very often.
Okay.
Get to use mission failed.
All right. Let me be serious though for a minute. Let's try to actually pick a character.
Yeah, let's be real and pick a fictional character.
Yes. Okay. Let's think about that for a minute here. A dere character.
I got mine.
Well, someone else go.
Shiori from Tamako Market.
This is tough. This is really tough because I'm not that familiar with dere characters. Shit. I don't know how much this would count as dere, but I kind of want to go with L85 from Opate, but I don't know how much she counts as dere.
Maybe.
I feel like that kind of might be cheating.
Okay. Alrighty. Yeah, that's hard because I mean I know what it is, but
I could go with Lynette Bishop.
Yeah.
That
I mean I
works.
like her as a character, but I'm not sure if I would pick that as my favorite.
Yeah, that's tough. If we're going for absolute favorite, I feel like the L85A1 could work, so I'm gonna go with her. Just cause.
Just cause. Okay. Alright. I guess I'm the only one. I mean, if you consider Yuki Nagato one, I guess I can go that route.
That'll work.
Yeah.
But again, I think she sides a little more on the kudere.
She straddles the fence like Ray does.
So there you go.
In any case, we're up
Welcome
against the
break.
break. Keep it right here on NTR Radio. All right.
We got mail.
We do.
Okay.
We have at least one.
Okay, that's good. I've got. I was gonna say if we don't, I have a story.
Uh-oh.
It's really ridiculous. I mean, to the point where it could only be in the third segment. And no, it's not the ceiling part 2.
The ceiling.
Do we still want to listen to that?
Good times.
Okay. Let's turn the volume down first. And let's do that. And I'll be right back.
Is that music from Nah, I don't know where that's from.
As evidenced by my presence, I'm back.
Rumors of your death have been greatly exaggerated. Or something. So, I don't know, I still like the idea of you putting together a Methus while you got, like, music on in the background.
It's like smooth jazz while I just have this look of
Disgust and
this look of utter disgust and fury and
just look like you sat on a tack or something.
Yeah, just have this just while I'm putting together this friggin' Gundam model. Is it?
So I don't know. I still like the stuff. Still like
sitting there muttering, I can't believe I'm fucking doing this shit. This method right now.
Crap.
Everyone, send them Methus models.
Like he said, he's not going to do that.
Just make sure they're built, because I'm not going to build them. I'm not going to have freaking people constructing Methuses in my house. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, he's not going to waste valuable time and resources to put together a thing he thinks is a pile of crap.
Besides, I don't have all the extra legs for it when it gets its leg chopped off every episode.
That's why you buy at least 12 boxes.
No, I was gonna say that's why you buy him an Argama.
Yeah, you get the Argama because that evidently
has an infinite supply.
that just manufactures Methus legs.
For some reason,
they could get it to manufacture, parts for good mobile suits, but no, Methus legs.
Yes, good times.
Ready on third segment.
Have you queued it up?
The email is here.
That was a long, stretched out vocalization. I'm ready when you are.
Yep.
Okay. In 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to NTR Radio. Before we get into the mail, Tsukiyomi Magi 99 has a good point. There was no mention of deres. Characters who are just sweet.
Yeah. Well,
he made mention of Sakura from Card Character Sakura.
Oh, that's a good one. Do you think Belle Dandy would kind of fit in there?
Depends on how much that archetype overlaps with Yamato Nadeshiko.
That would be
she's definitely primarily Yamato Nadeshiko.
That would be like Monica.
Monica, yes.
Very sweet, yeah.
Yui from K-On!
Yep.
Yeah. The characters that give you diabetes.
Yeah, just sweet characters that mean well all the time.
I love this. I had to post this on my Twitter. Someone in Kingdom Mosaic said Tsundere dere.
Is that kind of like Duran Duran? Hungry
like when they pretend to be tsundere but actually are I don't know. That's getting too meta for me. That's like
it's not supposed to be a tautology assignment.
That's like a friggin' what? Okay, to re-rail my train of thought, Drawing Girl 94 points out Chinatsu from Yuri Yuri is a good dere.
Yes.
Okay. I plead ignorance because I really didn't watch much of that show.
Me neither.
She wouldn't be a dere. Not Chinatsu. You mean Chitose, because Chinatsu is secretly the bitch one.
Secretly the bitch.
Secretly the bitch. Is that another dere type?
Well, she every time she's just like she draws these horrific drawings that are supposed to be cute to her, but they come out horrifying to everybody else.
So like a lot of kids.
And no, but Chitose is basically another Akitoisaki character.
Ah, there you go.
So, Maybe that's what you meant.
Bring on the mail.
From Hidamari's sketch.
Yes, absolutely.
There you go.
Yeah.
Probably a lot of characters from those healing anime would probably fit.
Yeah. Speaking of Twitter, I posted on there this figure that I'm like, I know you're gonna get when it comes out. The one from C3 Boo.
Oh yeah. I can't resist that one. P90.
So, are we ready to roll with the mail?
Yes.
We are ready to roll with the mail. Drawing Girl points out that Chitose is best girl.
Okay.
Thank you. Yes. Finally, someone loves her besides me.
There you go.
All right. We have mail.
Incoming message.
This one's coming to us from Jekyll Geek. Hello, NTR pals. I have more questions and comments for you. 1. Is it wrong to pick up girls in a dungeon?
No, it is not.
No,
In fact, if all of them look like Hestia, you're in the right spot.
But picking up girls in a dungeon, that's just reinforcing patriarchy.
I mean, I feel like...
Okay, fuck you. You can slay the dragon on your own.
Yeah, no, you don't get my heals in your raid party now. You get to walk back to the dungeon when you die.
There you go.
I'm gonna be that asshole healer like I was in WoW.
You're not getting you're not getting the Angel Wing from the Shining Force games.
Angel Wing.
Some nerd out there is thinking, he mentioned the game Shining Force.
It's like, no, you don't piss off the person who can cure death.
I remember.
I feel like it depends on what kind of dungeon and really what kind of specific.
And if you have the MP for an egress spell.
Yep.
I remember this. I remember this game that I saw in a magazine where, in the 90s, where the premise was you're a princess and you basically have to rescue yourself because nobody's coming for you.
Anita Sarkeesian's game?
Yeah, but
that wasn't that original.
Except that you couldn't look like a princess if it was by her. You have to be like a generic blob of pixels.
I was going to say what? Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but I was going to make the comment. What are they dressed in, like Duluth trading, outfits or something?
And yeah, they have rainbow hair and not because it's anime, but because it's dyed.
No, it's the Skittles hair. It's the difference.
Yes, and
yeah. Number 2. Has anybody seen Shogeki no Soma? That shows like Kofuku graffiti on roids.
I saw
from 0 to tentacles in just under 3 minutes, and I'm not making that up.
I saw the first
0
episode.
to tentacles.
I saw the first episode. It just wasn't for me. Again, JC Staff is hit and miss for me for what they do. Not my thing. Kofuku graffiti is more my thing. So.
I haven't watched it, but going from 0 to tentacles in 3 minutes sounds like something perfect for the effed up hentai panel.
Not only not only that, but it also sounds like a slogan you would have for a ride in Japan.
That sounds like something that should be on the box when that gets released here. Goes from 0 to tentacles in 3 minutes.
Yeah, it's like the what the hell is the name of that one franchise? Shit. Not La Blue Girl, but I can't think of it. Darn it! It's a lot newer than that, and I can't have it. So we'll just use La Blue Girl because it has tentacles.
But yeah, number 3. So where does one go to find the fearless comrades needed to podcast with? Anime blogs, sort of.
Yeah.
Because you two were already podcasting, and then I was reading Kagos blog and listening to the podcast there, and then Kagos and I sort of corresponding, and then it was all 3 of us And then we started doing that podcast, which doesn't exist anymore.
Which is like an X-Files level mystery.
K-Gods noticed me from Anime Nation.
I didn't post because I had a blog of my own.
Then you said, hey, VZ, you want to do a podcast? I'm like, okay. And then brought in some awful person.
No, that happened a little later.
Yeah, that was when I came in.
Right, and I'm glad that doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, I got rid of those. They're painful. I mean, there were a few decent. It was a decent try for a few episodes, but there was also some painful.
Cricket.
Back to it, I would probably hit my head on the wall because.
Yeah. Let's just say someone tried to get creative with the cricket noises.
He tried to do what I do now with the drop-ins.
Except they didn't know what they were doing.
Yeah, number one, they didn't know what they were doing.
Also, sex noises.
They didn't have the setup, and number three, they were just bad at it.
Yeah, and to continue on, they also got in an argument with VZ, which was hysterical.
Yeah, it was like I was trying to explain about. Oh no! First off, it was like Shaft.
Oh yeah.
Then he was making bad jokes about. He was making dick jokes, which to be fair, we make those kind of.
Yeah, we make a lot of
too,
those types of jokes.
But it's like one dick joke, and then we move on.
And also, it's like you know, and then it's like, well, you guys are talking back and forth about. I'm like, yeah, that's what a podcast is.
Yeah, that's.
Not only that,
I want to listen to a podcast where they don't talk back and forth.
Right. Well, okay, here's all you need to know about this individual. They didn't know who Shar Aznable was. Scoreboard.
Yeah.
They didn't know. Thought when I was trying to explain that Cream Lemon was specifically from the 80s, so like, well, maybe it was made in the 70s, but they saved it. I'm like,
what do you mean maybe?
Because that person thought that Cream Lemon was 70s. I'm like, no, it's the 80s.
No, 84.
Yeah,
that's where it started.
What do you mean? What do you mean maybe they? No.
Copyright does not work like that.
There are facts exist.
Yeah, these things can be.
These are things that can be looked up, which he obviously didn't do.
No.
He knew very little, despite thinking.
You could tell he was kind of new in general.
It's not.
What was his introduction animation? Like green or something.
Something like that.
It was like green. It was like green or something, and legitimately liked Aiken.
Yeah, somehow.
That
ironically liked Aiken.
Yeah, it was like it's one of those things that you wonder if we should bring back lobotomies.
But yeah, it's not even that he didn't know much. It's that he didn't know much but still thought he knew shit.
Anyway, continue.
They tried to argue with people who know things about the things that they know.
They know things.
But yeah, generally speaking, I would recommend going around to anime blogs and interacting with people there.
Cons, if you go to cons.
You already know like people who have that content creator mindset, so it'd be easier for them to get into the idea of podcasting.
I will also say that Twitter's a good place to look, believe it or not.
Absolutely.
And I know everyone is anonymous, but I still love like posting on 4chan, just because it's the place where everyone goes that you could get instant response.
I don't know about ever. I don't go to 4chan.
Yeah, I'm not going to recommend going there for the same reason I won't recommend putting a thing in the comment section of Senkaku Complex.
Yeah, I would not recommend 4chan for anything productive like that.
True, but
if you want to shitpost, you go there.
Yeah, if you want to shit, but if you're looking to start like a podcast,
not there. Yeah,
I definitely try and look for some anime blogs you follow. Look for the blogs that the blogs you follow. And
I mean, this all sounds really
like that.
And the blogs that follow the blogs, you follow the blogs.
It's very incestuous.
And that's the email.
Oh, okay. I've got a recommendation.
Ooh.
Yes, there is a hentai franchise that I've just discovered. It's pretty good. It's Mankitsu Happening.
Ah.
All you gotta know is they work, and I guess it's like a manga or anime store.
Oh.
And basically, they're doing it in the back and, that kind of stuff.
Naturally.
So it's good times. It's worth engaging. It looks nice, rather. I think so. Anything you guys want to recommend?
Anything I want to recommend?
I mean, not like, having discussions with your significant other about ass lint. Don't ask.
You know what? I'm not going to ask. Don't ask questions you don't want the answer to. And, after some contemplation, I don't want to hear the answer to that. So I'm not going to ask the question.
Very good. Perfect circle.
Things not the only thing I can recommend is what I said from this season that I've been liking.
Okay.
Don't watch Yuki-chan though. That shit.
Wait a minute, what we got here? For a little bit, since that was kind of a short email, would you like me to read this off a little bit? It's some things that have been retweeted by Manga Gamer.
Oh,
Sure.
Go ahead.
It's actually pretty funny. These are in quotes. I can't find the semen hands layer. I don't know what that means. I found that one, but I don't know what layer that penis is coming from. And the next thing, which is probably the weirdest, I think anyone who's been here long enough should be prepared for a barrage of penises at any time, or any moment. Quote from MG's staff channel. That's got to be an interesting. That's got to be an interesting job.
It's got to be a very, very interesting place of employment. Never a dull moment there.
I mean, when we had the Project H folks on, I kind of got that sense.
Yep.
In the future we might have someone from there or something on here. From Manga Gamer or J-List or Jast or whatever, if we can.
Did you send the email to John of Anime Nation?
Yeah, I did that like a year and a half ago, and he never responded.
He's too busy, I don't know, writing that script or whatever he's doing.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, he's writing a light novel.
Yeah.
Yup.
But
we hope you enjoyed the time with the deres. I always want to put a plural, and you're not supposed to with Japanese like that.
Derecast 2015.
Right,
That's what
and
I call it.
we'll have a couple more episodes. I think probably 1 or 2, probably, and after that I'll actually be gone for Acon. So if you're in Texas or just the general Dallas area, I will be there. I'm not going to be like waving a giant thing of underwear with my name on it or anything, but
I don't know why you do that regardless. I thought you were going to say flag. You went in a completely different direction.
I saw too many episodes of Salute Your Shorts. What can I say? But no, just look for someone following the Ebola-chan cosplayer.
There you go. There's going to be one.
If there's not, I'm going to be heavily disappointed because it's just, come on, the location.
It's a funny
Someone
line.
has to have that kind of messed up sense of humor.
It's a funny line I heard, and it's actually from Sword Art Online. Like it's a line from the light novel.
Mm-hmm.
2 years worth of semen.
Yep. That's one of the infamous lines from the light novel.
Well, that's been backed up. Something fierce.
Though speaking of Sword Art Online, I did watch the first episode of Log Horizon the other day, and I think that's something I'm going to continue with.
Interesting.
Because it's got the same sort of premise, people trapped in a video game, but I feel like this is going to be different. And I've heard a lot of people say that this is not your typical trapped in a video game anime, so I'm going to check it out.
Right. For some reason, I'm getting bad. I don't know if you ever watched this show, but I'm getting bad images of Nick Arcade.
That's something completely different.
Oh, no, it wasn't Nick Arcade. It was like Johnny Arcade or something. What the fuck was that called? It was like some show where they played games, and then it had them, like, for like when they won, they went into this room with this shit on, and
they were sort of like inside the game.
Yes.
I know what show you're talking about. I
can't think of the name of it.
Isn't that Video Power?
I think it might have been.
Might be it.
Looking back at it, if you watch an episode of it, you can spot shitloads of errors.
Oh yeah.
Like
just remember, like, all the kids that would participate in that game show were like fat. I'm like,
see, that was done on purpose so they couldn't win.
Yeah, so they wouldn't win the very last challenge.
And they wouldn't have to give them a bunch of like free video game equipment and shit.
So bad.
And I'm like,
it's we're
like,
saying that we don't know that that's the truth, but
I'm like, gee, these kids sure look like they play a lot of video games.
allegedly, that's why.
Oh, and they had the Velcro thing that.
Oh yeah, we had to run through the thing and pick. You could grab NES cartridges and stuff.
Yeah.
And like everybody always got the stupidest shit. Like they would grab just like the most valueless junk, where you kind of scratch your head and wonder, well,
Fester's Quest.
Oh, that game was so shitty. That game was bad.
I never played it, but I know.
Trust me, it's shit. I did play it. Another. I think everybody had Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the game.
Everyone had that.
Yes. Quite frankly, I don't remember.
Maybe.
I don't remember buying it. At some point, I think it just appeared in my collection somewhere.
I didn't have an NES because I was lame, so...
Yeah, you were too busy, I don't know, playing Pong, I don't know.
My mother wasn't really... It didn't want me into getting into video games until... But I eventually got... Then I got into... when I did get my own, it was mostly Sega stuff, so Game Gear and Genesis.
You had to be that really cool kid on the block that had the Sega system.
Hey, I had the Genesis.
And it was like me during the Saturn era.
Yeah,
everyone actually, had a PlayStation or N64. I was that one really cool kid.
My 8-bit my 8-bit system before that was Atari 7800, which actually is a pretty good. It just came to the market too late. 2 years too late.
Too little, too late.
Yeah.
For a minute, I thought you were going to say the Commodore 64.
No.
And I was going to say, okay. Interesting. So anyway, that's the show.
That's the show. The website is sheslostcontrol.net/podcast. The email address is ntrradio@gmail.com. Otaku Midnight is on a hiatus.
Although, to be fair, they might be coming back sooner than planned.
Yeah.
I promise I will write articles for Nan, the magazine. I don't know what's... like, May is going to be a really busy month for me because there's a lot of stuff that I don't know what's going to happen. You know, there's a lot of stuff. I don't want to get into it, but there's going to be a lot of upcoming stuff that may or not
It's
transpire.
called the future, man.
Yeah.
But I promise I will get to doing some stuff. I might even want to do the cover for it.
All right, Nyan the magazine is happening.
All right.
At this point, I'm not sure about the late June release.
That's way too soon. That's way too soon for us. You know, but
I mean, it might be too soon for you. I've got like...
I was gonna say he's already been working on it. So.
I've been writing articles since a couple years ago.
Oh, okay.
I don't think you understand. I was ready to roll on this fanzine thing as soon as we came up with the idea.
There you go.
But no, the I want to get more articles from different people, which is why I'm probably going to be pushing back the release date.
Have you thought about having, like, when you say articles, do you mean like opinion pieces?
Opinion pieces, mostly opinion pieces. Reviews,
Like
possibly.
Gay reviews or something like that?
Maybe probably not Gay reviews. Since I plan on, this is something I want to have for the general public.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so no reviews about this is the best ball draining
Yeah, exactly.
ero anime on the market.
This issue of Comic Low was X.
Yeah, exactly.
was wonderfully trashy.
It was fantastic.
But yeah, I want to get some different articles from various people. I want to get some more artists on board.
They got mad at me for reading it in the park.
See if Drawing Girl maybe wants to get on board.
Possibly.
Can you imagine somebody actually doing that?
Reading Comic LO in the park.
Just sitting there like in their top hat type, like they're like stove top hat. Just wearing a sports coat and having a cane.
Yeah.
They're just kind of crossing their legs like they're reading the Wall Street Journal or something.
Did you mean fedora?
No, I don't mean a fedora because I'm referring to
Someone classy.
Yeah. Well, they think they're classy.
Of course.
A lot of them do.
I got mad swag.
Little tip: if you're wearing a hat that's not if you're wearing a hat that's orange or some shit like that.
Yeah, day glow orange.
That's like safety orange or something.
Yeah, danger orange.
And
yeah.
Road pylon orange.
Yeah, exactly. Or like the lime electric green. We're clearing out the street because of disaster. Kind of stuff. That probably isn't a good color for a hat.
I'm gonna see if that's a thing on Google. Lime green
fedora.
It is.
I know.
Put out the bet right now. It is.
Yeah. It looks like a leprechaun hat.
Wouldn't those be a dark green?
Wow.
Anyway, continuing. K-God's site is gonna be not a thing in very short order. VZ's place is vzmk2moemekagatai.wordpress.com. You can check out his stuff there.
Also check out my videos that I do for YouTube.
VZ does videos for YouTube.
They're mostly really.
What is your YouTube channel name, VZ?
Well, I put it on my blog, so you could just click the video that I put there. But
you can click the videos he puts there on his blog.
Yeah, it's basically VZMK2. 2 is in 2 dashes.
And not Mortal Kombat 2.
The numeral 2.
Yeah.
Oh. Bam! That was my bad Emerald impression.
Okay.
In any case, I'm Tommy Forster Nubis.
I'm K-Odds.
And I'm VZ Mark II.
And even though we get stabbed by Kotonoe every time we say it, this is NTR Radio.